Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Michael Pina Sr. Show. I'm your host, Michael Pina Sr. This is episode 32 here on April 11th, 2018. We're going to get right into it with George Washington, who said, "There is no practice more dangerous than that of borrowing money." And listen, a question was asked of me, and I'm going to try to answer it the best that I can. And I want you to, if you have questions, I don't have to say your name on the air. I want to help you. I want to answer your questions. So get in touch with me. You can text or you could call me at 774-287-9323. You can send me an email at coachp2210@yahoo.com. Message me on my Pina Financial Coaching. That's on, you got to like that on Facebook. Or you could just go to michaelpinasenior.com and drop me a message there. I don't have to say your name on the air, and that's what I'm doing for this person, okay? But I want to build our community one person at a time. I want to build our community one question at a time. Because if somebody has the question, others do too. So start reaching out to me. Start asking me questions. And I'll do my best to answer it. You can call me out if you want. And that's what I want, because I like doing the research and I want to help you. I want to be your coach. So ask me some questions so I can coach you. All right. So let's get into it. The question was basically asked, or stated that this individual said, "I'm having some money difficulties. Should I borrow money from my 401k?" And the simple answer is no. You shouldn't borrow money from your 401k. The only time you should borrow money from your 401k is if you're going to be evicted from your apartment or you're going to get foreclosed on in your home. Then you're in kind of a desperation time in survival. And if you got money in your 401k that can cover that, then yeah, that's different, okay? Because you don't ever want to lose your home. We want to protect our home first. So, but with that being said, some of the reasons why you don't want to borrow against your 401k, I mean, the first off, there's a mandatory 10% penalty, if you borrow or you can't pay back a loan from your 401k. So you don't want to be hit with that penalty. Now, it may seem attractive to borrow money from your 401k because of the fact that the interest rate looks so low and it looks fantastic. But again, this is something you're putting yourself into debt. And I'm never going to tell anybody to put themselves into debt. So, it may seem like a great idea. You've got all this debt or something. You say, oh, why don't I just borrow money against my 401k and I can kind of consolidate my loans or whatever. Remember, it's not as far as interest rates, that's not the problem. The problem is the person that's looking in the mirror. So you don't want to borrow money to pay off debt. You don't want to borrow money against your 401k to go on vacation. You don't want to borrow money to, against your 401k to just do frivolous things, okay? Because that money is money that needs to be saved. And now you're not saving. So that's the first thing. You're not saving, okay? You're basically, you say, well, the interest rate is this. You start doing those financial gymnastics. Listen, you want to continue to compound the interest of, your mutual funds that are in there. And if you listen to me, I'm telling you to get high growth mutual funds. And I can sit down with you and take a look at your 401k. I'm not a financial advisor. Well, I'm a financial coach, right? So I've got experience, but I'm not I'm not licensed to sell you anything. I can give you some kind of coaching on what I would do, to make sure and explain what the mutual funds are within your 401k and let you make a decision. Or I can help get you a, certified financial planner that can help you. So with that being said, high growth mutual funds right now are averaging 12% over the last 20 years. So you're going to lose that money. You want to be able to continue to have that. You're losing that money. All right. And that's the second thing. You're losing money. So, and because, the way they set up these loans, it could take a lot of time to repay back that loan. In that time, you're losing time. And you don't want to lose time. Time could be evil, but time we want to use on our side. We don't want to use it against us. Okay. And remember, I just said that if you're not able to repay the loan, you know, you're hit with the mandatory 10% penalty. Plus, you got to pay taxes right away on that loan. And depending on your tax bracket, I mean, if you're in the 25% tax bracket, now you're basically paying 35% on your loan. You know, I wouldn't suggest that to anybody. So, you know, you don't want to have to pay these penalties. And then one of the biggest things are too, you might feel like you're trapped at work because you want to leave that job, but you have this huge 401k loan out there, but now you can't pay it back because basically you have to pay back that loan. If you quit or get fired from your job, you've got to repay back that loan within 60 days, or you're hit with the 10% penalty plus taxes. So, you know, that's something that you don't want to do, all right? You don't want to feel trapped where you are because of a 401k loan. And not only that, like I said, I suggest that the only way that I would tell somebody to take out a loan against that 401k is if they're getting evicted or if they're, you know, about to get foreclosed on their home. Well, you take that money for something other than that, you lose that cushion. That's a cushion that you need. And, you know, we always need, we want to save our money to be able to have financial freedom, but we always want to have that cushion that you might need. And if you properly save money in an emergency fund, if you get to baby step 3 and you properly save money in an emergency fund, you shouldn't ever have to do this. And that's why we go through the baby steps the way that we do, so that this doesn't happen. But the question was asked, so I'm answering the question. All right. So, and another thing, what, you know, we just got 2 more things here to go. If you have to borrow against a 401k, it probably means you're living well beyond your means. So, you know, you should be doing a written budget and you should see where that money's going. I mean, if you're in baby step 2, you shouldn't be going out to dinner. You shouldn't be going to the movies. You shouldn't be going on vacation. You need to get out of debt. All right. So that you're not living beyond your means. All right. When you do these baby steps, you will be able to live like nobody else, as they say. So make sure that you're doing the baby steps properly and you're not going into your 401k to borrow money, because all you're doing is putting yourself further into debt. All right. And the final thing is, you know, borrowing money against your 401k violates the golden rule of personal finance. And that golden rule is you pay yourself first. All right. So if you're taking money from yourself, you're not paying yourself. You're not, that's not to be, you know, to be used for something today. It's to be used for the future into retirement. So I hope I helped that answering that question. If there's something else that, you know, I can add to that, please get in touch with me, you know. And listen, we have a podcast, our second podcast will be coming up, and we'll be interviewing Bruce Burley, who I'm very excited that I coached him at Bridgewater State back in 2007. We're going to find out his successes and his struggles. And you know what? We're going to be having Michael Pina Jr. back on. That was a difficult interview. It didn't exactly go the way that I wanted, but take a listen to it, because the kid's going through a struggle. Everybody at Mount Ida is going through a struggle. And if his girlfriend Sarah's watching this, I mean, she wrote a heartfelt thing on Facebook. I didn't even know how to maybe answer to it, but we're all feeling for her. She's part of our family. And, you know, Sarah, if you're watching this, and, you know, I'm sure we're going to see you very soon. You know, we're in this together, you know, and that's the thing. It's about family. You know, Coach Land has always said family first. And you know what? It's about family, and family comes first. Don't worry. We're here for you. You know, no matter what. You know, no matter what, the strength of a family can never be taken down by anything from outside. So just remember that. It's difficult, and I know, and we're all here for you. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the follow-up with Michael. We're going to do that after he figures out where he's going to school. So, but Bruce Burley's coming up this week on my podcast. If you enjoyed that, you know, we'll get better. I'll get better as I go. And if you want to help, I'd appreciate any kind of help, because I know that I'm new to everything. Everything's building. If you look at my studio, it's about, you know, halfway done. You know, I'm halfway done. I need your help. Let's help each other, okay? Ask me some more questions, okay? Because I'm living my passion one day at a time. I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win together.